Adam West stars as the Grey Ghost. Hey, what's happening, gamers? I'm Kwing, and welcome to our Let's Play channel. Today we're looking at Simon Trent, aka the Grey Ghost, the hero responsible for inspiring Batman in Batman the Animated Series. Now, the minifigure will cost you about 500,000 studs, and the token can be found in the Batcave. Simon uses pistols, he can glide, he has a bat grapple, and detective vision. That's about it. But the figure is really cool looking. He looks just like he did in Batman the Animated Series. Though, did you know he wasn't created by Bruce Timm or Paul Dini? Grey Ghost was actually a name used by a group of masked Avengers in Jonah Hex's books starting in 1984. Their mission was to assassinate traitors of the Confederacy. So he was a villain originally, so like a highwayman, sort of. Many different masked outlaws actually took the name in the 19th century in DC Comics, but Grey Ghost was inspired by John S. Mosby, a Confederate general who fought for the South during the Civil War. Okay, so with that nugget of knowledge done, we'll be discussing my favorite Grey Ghost, Simon Trent, created by Tom Ruegger for Batman the Animated Series. He was also one of the writers for Batman Mask of the Phantasm. Anyway, this Grey Ghost character was loosely based on Adam West's typecasting after Batman got canceled. He was a fictional character played by an actor on TV for the Batman universe. Grey Ghost first appears in the episode Beware the Grey Ghost. Now, what's interesting, had Adam West turned down this episode, then it never would have been created. Paul Dini mentioned how they were very worried that Adam might find the script offensive and it hit too close to home. However, Adam West was more than happy to return to Batman and loved the character Simon Trent and couldn't wait to start recording the episode. So as for the episode itself, in the show, Grey Ghost was a popular TV show in Gotham when Bruce Wayne was a little boy. He used to watch it a lot with his dad and was a super fan of the series. He had tons of merchandise, a little Grey Ghost hat, a figurine, and he'd sit really close to the TV watching his hero on screen. He's such a huge fan that when Bruce Wayne grows up, he moves most of his collection into a wing of the Batcave. Now that's dedication. Anyway, the show eventually got canceled and Simon Trent was typecasted as a costumed hero, making it very difficult for Simon to find work. He made various public appearances and did what he could to pay his bills, like Adam West in real life. Over time, though, he's become very bitter and he can't afford his rent anymore in the story. So he sells most of his Grey Ghost memorabilia to, pay for the rent. Though due to how no one really remembers the show anymore, no one's really buying it. So yeah, he's kind of at an impasse there. Meanwhile, though, Gotham City is having to deal with the Mad Bomber, who's blowing up parts of the city. And Commissioner Gordon and Batman are like, whoa, what's going on? Bruce Wayne then starts experiencing nightmares based on his favorite TV show, and he's like, why am I dreaming about the Grey Ghost? Looking for answers, he goes to a video store to rewatch the show to kind of silence his inner demons. However, he can't find it. Next, he tries to go to a film collector because those guys have everything, to see if they have a copy of the Grey Ghost. He learns that no video exists for the series anymore due to a fire that destroyed the studio's copies 20 years ago. This leads Batman to look for the actor himself who starred as the Grey Ghost, because maybe he has information about the show. Though Simon Trent, when Batman finds him, wants nothing to do with the old show anymore. I mean, would you, after your circumstances? After arguing with the Batman, Simon hears something familiar, and then Batman pushes him in the alley before the explosion happens. Simon, of course, returns home, and then Batman follows him to ask for help. Actually, Batman breaks into his house and scares the crap out of him. Simon then gives him an episode called The Mad Bomber to watch and tells him to get out of his apartment. While relaxing in his home theater and reliving so many great memories from his childhood, Bruce notices that the sound that he hears is because of remote control cars, which is like, you've got to be kidding me. Later, Grey Ghost actually saves Batman wearing the Grey Ghost costume, and he's like, hey, you got me my costume back. They then escape to the Batcave because of all the exploding car bomb things. Simon's actually amazed when he gets to the Batcave because it's almost identical to Grey Ghost's lair. Batman then shows Simon his shrine in the episode after going all fanboy saying, as a kid, I used to watch you with my father. Grey Ghost was my hero. And Simon's like, then it wasn't for nothing then. Meaning, holy crap, I inspired the Batman. Anyway, things get kind of scary for a second when the fingerprints of the Mad Bomber happen to be Simon Trent. And Batman confronts him all scary-like in the cave, and Simon says, but I'm not the Mad Bomber, Batman. I got rid of my stuff months ago to pay for my rent. No, it couldn't be. So meaning, the guy behind everything is the Toy Man. After, they find him, he admits that, yeah, I based everything on the old episode of The Grey Ghost, how a city could be held for ransom because the power of the toy. He's, of course, defeated by the Grey Ghost and Batman and goes off to jail after all his toys get blown up, which caused the guy to have, this issue mentally. Because, that's his entire life's work, all those toys that he's been collecting, The man-child is very sad. So at the end of the episode, Simon Trent is recognized as a hero in Gotham, and a studio actually purchases the rights to his old film collection of Grey Ghost and releases it on video. At a signing in costume, which many actors do not do, Bruce Wayne shows up to get an autograph from, his hero, and says, as a kid, I used to watch you with my father. Grey Ghost was my hero. And Simon smiles and says, really? Hinting that he might actually know Batman's real identity, which is actually pretty cool if you think about it. It's a fantastic episode and one of my top 10 favorite Batman animated series episodes of all time. It's amazing. I love it. Anyway, after this, Simon Trent becomes popular again, gets his fortune back thanks to re-releasing the show on video, and it possibly ends up on TV too. I don't really know. But it does appear in other aspects of the animated series, namely posters and information about the show. In the future, Grey Ghost makes a return when Terry McGinnis is a little kid, because he has a new movie, though of course it's not Simon Trent as the actor, so the series gets a reboot like most film series nowadays. When Bruce and Terry are fighting Ink in the Batcave in one of Terry McGinnis' first episodes as Batman, Bruce dons the Grey Ghost costume to hide his identity from Ink, so she won't learn who he is, and then he defeats her using, I think, Mr. Freeze's freeze gun. As for other appearances, like most Batman animated series characters, he did make it into DC Comics eventually. He was part of the Stephanie Brown Batgirl books. This time, the guy's name is Clancy Johnson, who's a small-time anarchist and likes to rob trains, so he's not the smartest guy. He carried a shotgun with rubber bullets because he didn't really want to hurt anybody either. He meets Batgirl and falls in love with her, calling her a beautiful Avenger. After getting out of jail because of mental issues, he reforms and becomes the masked hero, the Grey Ghost. His costume is very similar to what we see Simon wearing right now. Anyway, he tries to help Steph fight the Order of the Scythe near Gotham University, though he doesn't help her that much. Somehow, he also gains the ability to teleport, yet no one knows how. Sadly, the Grey Ghost is slain by the Reaper and leaves a message for Batgirl on how to stop the Reaper's plans and take down the Order of the Scythe. And that's the last we ever see of the Grey Ghost in DC Comics. And that concludes another LEGO Batman 3 Character Spotlight. Thanks for watching. In the comments below, let me know who you want to see next. Have a fantastic rest of your day, ladies and gentlemen, and I'll see you tomorrow. God bless and happy gaming. See ya!